Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be going through all of the new balance changes that came into Rainbow Six Siege and all of the new ones that are coming within the year. Okay, so obviously you have the new patch notes that just came out. This is old news. It's been in the game for a few days now, so just in case you don't know what happened, essentially the new map came out. They added it mid-season instead of next season, which they said they were going to do, so I'm glad that they're sticking to that. But the map has been so much fun. If you don't know, there's a game mode where you can specifically play this map, and it's really fun. It's a great map. I think I want to play it a lot in ranked. It's extremely balanced, as far as I can tell, right? The meta is still being created, but I've had a lot of fun on it. It's added to ranked, it's added to unranked, quick match, TDM, newcomer, all of it. So the new map's out, and with that the bandit changes come in, so he can attach multiple bandit batteries onto walls. Sorry, my voice is kind of gone. Essentially this buffs bandit as Cade outclasses him in most weight, but instead of having to shoot or take off a bandit charge to then put another one on whenever they like thatcher it, cali it, etc., now he can just put another one on. So bandit tricking is 10 times easier, but it's also a thatcher nerf, right? And I think this was actually the dev's intention. Essentially, because of this trick, thatcher thermite is useless against a bandit tricker, right? The only way to get rid of it is now maverick or grenades or utility, firebolts, whatever. So using thatcher against a bandit trigger is completely useless now. So I think, at least in the higher level, when people realize this, Thatcher's going to get banned a lot less. So I think that was their actual intention for making this change. That's my personal opinion. But if there's a wall that needs to be opened and you have a bandit, honestly, don't ban Thatcher. There's no reason to. Start banning Maverick, because Maverick, there's no counter to him, right? I guess you can say a zombie, but still, he can still Maverick through those zombies, so it's really only wasting time. Next up, we have Blackbeard. They added claymores instead of breaching charges. I don't quite know why they did that. I don't really like that change, but whatever. Gridlock has 4 tracks canisters. Used to have 3. I really like this. Gridlock, I think, is underrated and misused, and I think I'm going to make my next attacker operator guide on her. But people use her as flank watch, and they say that she's not that good because they compare her to Nomad, and Nomad is really good at flank watch in comparison to Gridlock. So I think Gridlock is meant to cut off rotations and stuff in sight once you're already in the objective. Yes, it is good for flank watch as well, now that she has 4 canisters, but she also has a Gon 6 and a secondary shotgun, as well as an LMG. So I think she's personally really good. People just don't know how to quite use her. And then they nerfed Nomad and Oryx, and they sort of buffed them as well. So now instead of the knockback effect lasting 2 seconds, it lasts 1.25. But if you're good enough, you're still going to kill them anyway, so it doesn't really affect you too much. But now, whenever you knock somebody down, that person stays prone. They don't like crouch back up and stand up. I kind of want to see how that plays out, because I like it, but I can't quite tell if that's going to be a good thing, because again, whenever you're prone, your aim isn't the best, right? Your sensitivity is slowed a lot, so that might throw people off. I don't know. We'll see. Warden got his duration and cooldown increased from 20 to 10, so he has a longer duration, but the cooldown is a bit longer. I think that's perfect, because I would find myself, going through the ability really quickly, and I'd get it back quickly, but it wouldn't matter because I'm already getting contested by a glass through a smoke when I don't have my glasses on. So I actually like that change. I think it's what I needed from the beginning, and overall, yeah, I like that change a lot. Ying, they reduced the duration of the Candela's flash from 1.4 seconds to, or from 2.8 seconds to 1.4. Sorry, but they gave her 1 more Candela. So I like this change. My number 1 complaint with Ying is that her flashes lasted way too long, and that was why she was strong. Not because of the amount of flashes she had, but because of how long it lasted and the seemingly inconsistent range with the flashes. But now they reduced the time, but in turn gave her another Candela, which I like. I liked it a lot. Claymore. So now everybody who has Claymores brings 2 instead of 1. And I think the reason that they gave Blackbeard Claymores was because they want people to play Blackbeard more, and adding a new change to that character gives another incentive to play him. So that's just my 2 cents on it. But adding 2 Claymores I think is nice, because especially in the higher elo. You would have people just put drones or nomads or gridlocks on flank watch instead of wasting utility with a claymore when you can bring something else like breaching charges or frag grenades. But now that they're adding 2, that's actually really good, and it gives me more of an incentive to bring claymores over, you know, bringing nades, breaching charges, whatever. And then they added FOV on console. They removed Outback from newcomer, but not ranked. I don't know why they did that. That's stupid. And then you just have various bug fixes. You have all the wind deltas, pretty much what you'd expect. LMG meta is soaring right now. All the shield operators, Glass, Blackbeard, really low win rate, really low pick rate. And then Jaeger, really low win rate. Maestro, Cav too, really high win rate. So just to say, these are all pretty underrated ops right here if you want to start getting into them. Castle's win delta is crazy low. That's insane to me. And then ban rate is nothing too far from what we've seen. Just Thatcher, Jacqueline Mira, no Velvet Shell. God forbid we want Velvet Shell. God forbid. Really quickly before I continue, I just want to say that over 90% of my viewers are not subscribed. I post educational Siege content every Tuesday and Friday. So if you want to get better at the game and rank up, hit that sub below. Okay, and now getting into the second part of the video, the future for the updates of Rainbow Six Siege. So if you don't know, there is an event coming out. Every single season has a certain event that lasts a few weeks, and this is no different. This is the, at least the leaked name, called the Rengoku event. But essentially, everybody's running around with shotguns and Azami's kunai knives, and these kunai knives have special abilities dependent on who you're playing. But you run around and you go to these altars and you activate the altars, and it's kind of like a capture the area kind of thing, like in Battlefield if you played that, or Battlefront if you've played that. But it's pretty much just that. So let me give you a more detailed explanation. So as for the rules, it's gonna be 5v5. It's gonna be 3 minutes or 10 minutes. I've heard both. So coming into this, there are 5 different types of knives that you get. You have explosive knives, which would be like cap can traps or impact grenades. Poison knives, which would be like smoke canisters. Concussion knives, which would be like Ella and Zofia stuns. Stuns, which would be like Oryx and Nomad kickbacks. And then fire damage, which would be like Tachanka or Goyo fire. So you can throw these at players, throw them near them, and it's all viable. That's pretty much how the game goes. But this is the first kind of control game mode that we've seen in Rainbow Six Siege, other than like secure the area. So that's pretty cool. And instead of there only being one set thing, there's 8 different things. There's 8 different control points. I think they're called altars. And only 3 of them are going to be active at a time. So it kind of switches between, which I think is really, really cool. But getting back into it, you're going to have new operator skins and alpha packs that come with them. So I would start saving your renown now so that you can go and buy all these packs whenever the event does come out. And then there's unique knife animations. I actually pulled up a video right here where this guy shows it. But look at that. He has a whole sword. He's just knifing people.
If you guys are unaware, the Rengoku...
So cool, so cool. But I think in this video too, this guy explains the actual rules. Yeah, right here. So no prep phase. There's respawns like TDM, 10-minute rounds, no friendly fire, and it's a 5v5. So that's about the gist of that. Really, really cool, honestly. This event is going to be really, really fun. And then the last thing that I'm going to cover is the new operator that got leaked for the second season of Year 7. So if you don't already know, essentially it's going to be an attacker that has yin candelas, the same object to where you throw it and it rolls, right, and it bounces off of walls and stuff like that. I don't know if you're going to be able to put it through walls and barricades and stuff just because of how the gadget works, but wherever it rolls, it leaves a huge wall of light. And so just imagine you have like a Viper wall from Valorant or a Phoenix wall from Valorant on attack, and it bounces so you can make like angled walls. It's not just a straight line. So that is super cool. I like the concept. I don't know if it does damage to defenders, but there's a lot of potential for that. It has a charge thing too, I'm pretty sure, like yin candelas do, so there can be a delay on it if you want, but there's so much potential for lineups, everything. I can't wait to make a video on that character. With that out of the way, that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. Don't forget to sub, like the video if you like it, dislike the video if you disliked it. It's all good. I'll see you in the next one.